Hey everybody, get on in here. We got stuff to do. I got hair sticking out everywhere. There's my son. Put the new book up here. I got my water. I just dropped a book. Got another book here. Okay, folks, get on in here. I got the wrong microphone on. Hold on a second. I knew my mic was short. Give me a second here. And I need to post a Post-it note that reminds me to touch on my face to keep the focus on me, so as it won't go in and out and in and out and in and out. And I think I can do that right now, except I dropped my Sharpie. Focus. I got a Post-it note right here. I'm gonna write it right here. Focus. And that's for you know who you are, who tells me I need to do this every day. Because it drives me nuts when I watch it too. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to put it right here so that I can remember to do it. There. I've got my focus note up. So it's Thursday. And you know what that is. We got a whole show for you. Not just a little short 15 to 20 minutes. We have a full-on hour, if I can go that long. Anyway, and I got lots of questions. Liz and Patty have been collecting all of them, and we are good to go. And I'm having a hot flash. Can you imagine? It's probably something I saw on TV. Anyway, I got a big, long list of questions. And everybody get in here. We got a bunch of people in here. So I will just jump in. Because if not, I'm going to get on my soapbox and make a lot of people mad. Oh, but first, I got to do this. Yesterday, I was pretty tough on you. And we didn't have a ton of comments because I think you were a little convicted by what I was saying about how hateful our mouths can be. And I want to absolve you of all the guilt that you felt from yesterday, because we've got to eliminate the guilt. Today is a new day, and we can start fresh every day. We can start fresh from right this minute. So I'm absolving you of all of the guilt that you felt from saying ugly things and letting our mouths and our fingers just spout off. So I'm just absolving you of all of it. And just let it go, and we can start anew right now. Okay, so here's the first question. I don't know who it's from. Liz collected them and Patty collected them, and we've got Ask Fly Lay questions that come in every day. When I'm the only one doing dishes and cleaning up, is it better to continue to nag and comment and hope DH catches on, or just do it myself? Can this program be accomplished for those who work outside the home? Well, first off, we talked about this yesterday. Don't be nagging. Don't be belittling people because they're not helping you, because single parents have to do this all by themselves. And if you're going to nag, you might as well just let them pile up, because they're never going to help you if you nag. But if you will just jump in, I mean, those of you who read the Tom Sawyer books when you were little, and your kids read them, and they may not be politically correct anymore, but I don't give a flip, you know. But think about it. Whistle while you work. That's from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Think about all the... Quit whining about the blessings you are bestowing on your family and be happy while you're doing something, and you're going to draw people to you. You see what I'm saying? A little bit of honey will catch a whole lot more flies than vinegar. I don't know if it's one way or the other, but you get my drift here. Quit being whiny and sad and naggy that you're the only one doing anything around the house, and quit telling the whole world about it, and quit whining to your friends about you can't get anybody to help you, and just do it. And then you get to go join the rest of the family. If you clean up as you go in your kitchen, it's going to make a whole heck of a lot easier to get your kitchen clean. Be thankful that you have a family to bless. If you were by yourself, you wouldn't have anybody. You'd be all alone. So be thankful and get stuff done as fast as you can, and quit whining about it, because all it's going to do is push people away. Don't you understand that? All it's ever going to do is push people away when you nag them. Nobody likes a nag. Nobody likes a martyr. So let it go. Just let it go. Can this program be accomplished for those who work outside the home? Half of our people do work outside the home. Half of our people do. They work outside the home. So yes, it works for people who work outside the home. And Patty, send Jessica a text and tell her quit texting me, because I'm on the show. Okay. What do you suggest I order? Fly Lady Express or Fly Lady Messenger? I don't feel I need both. Well, you probably don't. But what I would suggest is just get our free emails. I don't suggest you buy either one of them. You can if you want to. That's fine. They both are good in their own ways. So like Fly Lady Express, you get one email a day, but it's got a lot of stuff in it, and it's long. And then there's the Fly Lady Messenger. The Fly Lady Messenger is more like when I started. I had all these reminders, so you got these daily reminders coming out, and you've got our main messages: Ask Fly Lady, the morning musing, the habit of the month, the test to fly, those main 4, and a flight plan that comes out. That's 5 messages that you're going to get, along with these different reminders that's going to pop up on your phone. That's the beauty of it. It's on your phone. And you can get our messages on your phone. Just sign up with your email address and put it in your phone so that your mail comes to your phone. So you get to pick. All you got to do is click on either one of them in our fly shop, and you have the option to buy it several different ways, a month at a time, or half a year, or a whole year. Most people go for the whole year. I get the Fly Lady Messenger on my phone every day, so I really do like it. It keeps me up to date. Comes in I have to turn on my notifications so that I see them. Okay, we are a family of 4 and typically spend $150 each week on groceries. Any suggestion with meal planning ideas? $150 a week for 4 people? That does seem like a lot, but I don't go to the grocery store, so don't. I may not be the expert on how much you spend on groceries, but planning your meals, and you can do it as Fly Baby Chelsea showed us the other day. She's just been keeping a daily menu. She's put a bunch of Post-it notes on a piece of paper in her control journal, and she's writing on this Post-it note. She's keeping a diary of the meals she is cooking in January. And that way she can use that to do her menu planning for next month. I thought that was a cute idea to do that. Just to keep your menus. Oh, I got some announcements. And if Justin's on here, he may have to put the price in because I didn't bring it back here with me. Our multi-wand is now half price. It's $7.97. Multi-wand, half price. So get it now. This will not last long because we don't have that many of them left. So we're kind of getting our inventories down. So get this. The end comes off. You can screw on your mop handle to the end of it, and you can reach some high places. For all those of you who are new, this bends. I use it in my bathroom just about every day. And this comes off. The cover comes off. The other thing we have, hold on, I got to reach down into my secret stash here. We have dish towels. So Justin put up the price of the dish towels because I think it's $5.97, but I'm not for certain. We have a 3-pack of 100% cotton with no days of the week put on them. But I would recommend writing it on the corner in Sharpie. So you would, because I love the days of the week dish towels that we had, because they absolutely made you, because of your perfectionism, it made you change out your dish towel every day. Having a dirty dish towel in your kitchen is nasty. So please check out this great deal for these 100% cotton, and you can have some great dish towels for your kitchen, and they will bleach too. Now, back to the menu planning. If 5 minutes menu planning is all it takes, and get some note cards and start writing your menus, different meals that your family likes. Sit down at the table and think of how many ways you can use hamburger. Set up a basic weekly plan for your menu. So Monday, you cook something with hamburger. Tuesday, something with chicken. Wednesday is always anti-procrastination day. Do surprise chicken in your crock pot and put some chicken thighs in there or some chicken breast and then serve it over rice. There you go. Thursday can be leftover day. Friday can be pizza night. Saturday can be something in the crock pot. So you see, you get a basic weekly plan. Sunday can be a nice big meal, a pot roast, a roast chicken, and then you can use the leftovers from that. Now, if you eat a whole chicken, your whole family eats a whole chicken, then you might need to cook 2 chickens. So you've got leftovers. My husband, when he buys stuff, he doesn't like to buy a lot because he's thinking like his mama. And when he starts thinking this way, I call him Ella. Yes, he said, you can call me Ella. Because he did something the other day. He said, yep, you can call me Ella. But the main thing is, I like to plan for my leftovers because I'm eating low carb right now, and I need some leftovers like a piece of chicken or a piece of steak or something for my lunch, so that I don't feel like I don't have anything to eat in the house. So thinking ahead, and Leanne used to call it rubber chicken when she would cook a roast chicken because that was her family's favorite meal, with mashed potatoes and gravy and a vegetable and a salad. And she would cook this roast chicken, and then she would take the chicken off the bone, and she would make chicken tacos with it or enchiladas. And then she would take the carcass of the chicken and she would cook it up and make the broth, and she would do chicken and dumplings. Oh, I am carb craved. And Tammy had chicken and dumplings yesterday, which really look good. I like plain dumplings. I like little flat dumplings. That's how Mama Louise taught me to make them. But the main thing is she had a meal with not a whole lot of stuff to add to it. A little bit of flour, a little bit of milk, and she stirred up these dumplings and dropped them in the broth. And there you have it. So planning your menus and using up what you have in your freezer and in your pantry will help you. So take inventory on Wednesday, make your grocery list, only buy what's on your grocery list, and there you have it. You've planned your menus for next week. And then you can move them down 3 more weeks and the menus are planned for the next week. Now I want chicken and dumplings too, but I'm going to tell you what I'm cooking. Oh my goodness. Robert bought a 3-pound rump roast, and it's a pretty piece of meat. It's got lots of marbling in it. Beautiful piece of meat. I have rubbed it in butter and peppercorns and coarse salt, right? It's already getting ready to go in the oven. And here is the recipe, and you can do a Google search for this recipe. It's Chef John's Perfect Prime Rib. Now, this is not an expensive cut of meat, but I'll have some leftovers that I can make some things with. I might make fajitas with some of the leftovers. You just don't know what I'm going to make out of it. But you take this roast, you mix some cracked pepper, a tablespoon, and some other herbs and some salt, and you rub it all over it. Preheat your oven, now get this, to 500 degrees. 500 degrees. And I know it's going to be hot, so you may want to put your fan on. My fan vents down through my stove and out. And the roast has to be room temperature. So I took it out of the refrigerator this morning. So the roast is room temperature. And you multiply the weight of the roast, which my roast is 3.08 pounds, by 5. And that's 5 minutes. So for every pound your roast is, you're going to cook it times 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. It's 08. So I'm gonna cook it 16 minutes because Robert likes his a little more done than I do. And I'll have the inside piece because it's a big triangular piece of meat. And I'm going to take that and put it on a rack on top of one of my iron skillets, and I'm going to slide it into the oven at 500 degrees, and I'm going to cook it at 500 degrees for the 16 minutes. And then, without opening the oven door, I'm going to turn the oven off. And I'm going to let it sit in that hot oven for 2 more hours. You got it? 2 hours. And there you have it. You can slice it up. So you're not eating a whole lot of meat, but you slice it up, and you can do some wonderful things with this. We're going to have roasted vegetables with it because I've got my vegetables marinated. I cut up 2 potatoes, red potatoes. I cut up an onion. I threw some carrots in there. I threw some Brussels sprouts in there. And then I cut up about a half a pound of bacon and cooked it up into little tiny pieces. And I poured the bacon grease and everything all over the vegetables. I'm going to put them in aluminum foil and stick them in that same oven underneath the roast. So it's just going to be right underneath the roast. 15 minutes, turn the oven on, and then cut it off. There you have it. That's my dinner tonight. It is going to be yummy. I can already taste it. So I'm excited about that. let's go back to our questions. So I'll have roast for lunch over the weekend here. We can make some, I can cut it up into little pieces and make a stew out of it. I can take it and cut it into little strips and make fajitas. So you see, it's going to be good. I'm not going to flatten it either. I want mine rare on the inside. Robert can eat the edges. Okay, here are a few of our most asked questions from our archives over the last few years. Why is it important to wear shoes in the house? Well, shoes tell our head that it's time to do something. Just plain and simple. If we have our shoes on, we won't procrastinate to take the trash out. We won't procrastinate to run out and catch the dog, which I have to do quite often. We will, oh, that sounds good, French dip. I actually have the au jus. I have a can of French onion soup that we're going to use as au jus tonight. I'm going to add it to my pan drippings. So here you have it. You have this, you wear your shoes in the house. Got sidetracked again because y'all said something wonderful. You wear your shoes in the house because you don't want to get hurt. It's all about taking care of you. Because if you don't wear shoes, you're going to drop something on the top of your foot, or you're going to break. Now, I got my frame in yesterday for my wanted poster that Ben had made for me, and the glass was broken. I had on my shoes. I was able to gather up the glass one piece at a time. There's still some little slivers in the box, but I was able to gather it all up so that I didn't drop any on my feet and step on it because I had my shoes on. I have had plantar fasciitis. It is not fun, and that came from going barefoot all the time. Don't do that to yourself. You deserve to have a pair of shoes that fit your feet well, that make you feel like you're walking on clouds. I mean, if I didn't have on my shoes, I couldn't go up and down the stairs every day. And house shoes, I only wear my house shoes. I have a pair of Uggs that I wear at night that actually fit on my feet. They're slip-ons, but I have to work to get them on with a little shoehorn. And it's not fun to have a pair of shoes that you're going to fall, you're going to kick out of. That's dangerous. And it's all about our safety. So be good to yourself. Get a pair of house shoes that stay on your feet. I have two different kinds of house shoes. I have some that are like little house shoe socks that I can curl up on the couch on. And yeah, Brooks running shoes changed my life too. That's all I wear, except right now I have on my boots. I have on some zip-up boots that I like in the wintertime. I like my ankles to be warm because if my ankles aren't warm, I'm freezing all the time. A shoehorn, yeah, it's a thing that you put behind your heel and you slip your shoe on with it. Somebody find a picture of a shoehorn and post it. But it's an old-timey thing. I got my mother-in-law one after she broke her hip, and when she passed away, I got it because it was a long-handled shoehorn. So she didn't have to bend all the way over. And she loved that thing. She really did love that thing. So we wear shoes in the house to protect our feet and to empower us and to tell our brain it's time to do something. Let me get some water, folks. Okay, say prayers for our senators right now. They're getting ready to vote on the spending package. They need a lot of help. They probably all need to go away. And we need new ones. That's how I'm thinking right now. But I'm not getting on my soapbox. I'm mad at the whole lot. Okay. You talk a lot about using a calendar. Do you think it could help me to keep up with my zone work and daily routines? If you get the stickers, if you get the stickers, and each week on let me pull the calendar up and show you. I've about worn this calendar out showing you these things. Today, we're in zone 4. And let me show you how it works. Right here on the first of the month is when zone 1 starts. Well, zone 5 was right here. This was the last day of it was the only day in zone 5. But then we started zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and here we are with zone 4. And we're in zone 4 right now. When the end of the month falls, like our end of the month, next Thursday is my sister's birthday. Right there. Sorry, y'all. So, right here is the end of the month, and it falls on a Thursday. And the next day is the 1st, which is a Friday. And zone 1 will be one day. We almost had a whole week last week. So, that's how zone 1 and 5 usually fall in the same week. Occasionally we get a whole week in zone 1, but not usually. And I try to tell you in the sneak peek when the week's going to be. So we've got zone 1 and it falls on a Friday. Zone 2 is a whole week. So February, zone 2 will be the first full week in February. Zone 3 will be the 10th through the 16th. Zone 4 is 17th through the 23rd. And then Zone 5 is the 24th through the 28th. And yes, that penny is there because we made a picture of it for the website. And they glued a penny right there. So that's how big those squares are, in case you didn't know. The squares are pretty good size. Where's my hanky? But we send out a mission every day. If you get our emails, the flight plan has tomorrow's mission in it. And that's going to keep you, that's our detailed cleaning for each day. And it's quite simple. It's not hard. It doesn't take very long to do it. And you're going to get your home detailed clean. The best thing to help you with your daily routines is your control journal. The calendar really can't help you with your daily routines. It can help you establish habits, like I'm trying to walk up and down the stairs 10 times a day. And I can put what I need to do is start putting the 10 and the 0 where the 10 is, make that a big smiley face. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and make everything big smiley faces on, because I'm excited. I've been doing it for 23 days now. I didn't think I could do that. I have never really been an exerciser. I don't like the word. It just makes me mad. Okay, so next question is, what is weekly home blessing? Weekly home blessing is a term we use because each week we have these 7 things that need to be done in our house. It's empty the trash, mop, shine your windows, which we've had rain for 2 days, and the dogs have scratched and their muddy paw prints on the windows. I've got to do it again. Do your windows, the doors, that is. Change your sheets, feather dust, vacuum. I like to use my carpet sweeper, and the carpet sweeper It's $21.95 right now. Get it now. And to get rid of magazines and catalogs. And that is weekly home blessing. And you can do it for 10 minutes at a time for each thing. Or you can do it for 2 minutes if you want to do it fast. But just do it. Have fun with it. You can let everybody pick one out of a bowl if you want people to do things and help you. Make a game out of it. But just pick one and go do it. And not get all caught up in what you do first. Do you dust first or do you mop first? Pooey. That's just, don't get caught up in your perfectionism. And if you've had a busy weekend, you might want to do it on Monday and then to get ready for the weekend to do it again on Friday. And if you're only doing 15 minutes, 2 minutes each thing, don't get all caught up in it with, I don't have time, because it's 2 minutes. You could do 2 minutes every 15 minutes and look at what you can get done. What is Swish and Swipe? Well, Swish and Swipe is a fun way to keep your bathroom always company ready. Now, I know you don't believe me, but it takes me longer to tell you how to do Swish and Swipe. You take a purple rag, because we just use water. I don't like chemicals, y'all. I do not like chemicals. So you take a purple rag and wipe down your bathroom mirror. You know, those dental floss home runs and splatters all over the place. Wipe them down. You don't have to wipe the whole mirror. You just wipe down the splatters. Put your makeup and stuff away. As you get it out, put it back under the counter or in a basket and put it under the counter. Pick up after yourself. Clean, wipe down your countertops, wipe out your sink, and then you take your toilet bowl brush, pull it out of its little handy holder, and you can either put soap in here. I use a 50-50 solution of old shampoos and old bubble baths in my toilet bowl brush holder, and with 50% water, and you pull your toilet bowl brush out, and you let it drip. Or Justin likes to hold it in his hand and then let it drip over the toilet and swish the toilet around, swish the brush around and clean your toilet. And then you got to wipe down the seat. You got to take a baby wipe or a paper towel, wipe down the seat, wipe down the rim, and then if you have little boys, you might want to take another clean one and wipe down the floor. Because sometimes pee gets on the floor and it makes your bathroom stink. So doing that every day keeps your bathroom looking good. And if you put something that smells good in your toilet bowl brush holder, you're going to have that making the bathroom smell good too. Now, some people ask, well, when do you clean your tub? I clean my tub when I'm in it. I wipe down, I keep a purple rag in there, and I wipe down the edges of the tub, and if I've used a bath oil or something, coconut oil, I wipe down the edges of the tub as the water's going out of the tub. And there you have it. There you have it. The daily missions are in the flight plan every single day, Monday through Friday. And there's no missions on the weekend. It's just to keep your kitchen clean and know what's for dinner. Are you telling us to declutter? You are always telling us to declutter. I don't know how and where to start. Yes, you do. Don't put yourself down like that. You do know how. This week, we're in our master bedroom. Pull some clothes out of your closet. Next week, we're going to be in our living room. Get rid of some of those DVDs you hadn't watched in a long time. Get rid of the magazines that are piled up in the corner. Just start getting rid of stuff a little at a time, and you're not going to feel violated. Don't get started on pulling everything out and cleaning it all out. That's not what my fly babies need to do, because they would get overwhelmed. They would get totally overwhelmed. Okay, my home is finally neat and peaceful, but Why is my car still like a garbage can on wheels? Because you're trying to get in the house too fast. Robert says you are the slowest thing getting out of the car, and that's because I'm gathering stuff up. I'm gathering stuff up. My car I used to live out of my car, y'all. I had everything I could possibly need in my car at all times because I did live out of my car at one summer. I did. I had a roommate that just didn't want to be around. It's before I met Robert. And I lived out of my car one summer. I did that. And nobody could ride in the car with me. Nobody could. But now my car always looks good. It always looks good. I've got some stuff in the back end of the car right now because I have a truck with a camper top on it. But our car is the final frontier. And when you slow down getting out of your car, when you slow down and you gather up all the trash and you get all the mail out of the car, I don't get the mail. That's just not my job. It never has been my job because Robert would get court papers in, and I didn't want to mess up and accidentally leave it in the car. So he always got the mail, and having a neat car makes you feel good about yourself. And if you do it for no other reason, do it for your children that you have riding in your car. Because if you have a bunch of crap in your car, if you have an accident, that stuff's going flying everywhere. And I know I am a victim of that. When I was 5 years old, maybe 4, it's one of my first memories. I was standing in the back seat of the car behind, I think I was behind Mother, and Daddy was driving, and he slammed on the brakes, and my knee buckled, and I went down on top of a Coke bottle and broke the Coke bottle. And I had to have how many stitches? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a big scar on my knee. And the other day, back last winter, I was in the bathtub and I looked at the scar on my knee, and guess what? It's a cross. The doctor put a cross on me. So I've been crossed. I've had a cross on me since I was a little bitty kid. And I thought, well, thank the Lord for that. So I can find something good about everything. So I got hurt by having trash in the car. Kleenex boxes are even bad. So don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. Okay, let's see. Stress and depression have taken over my life, and my home is a disaster area. Do you have any suggestions for me? You have to try to figure out which came first, the chicken or the egg. And I've written about this before. Does your house being messy make you feel bad? Or does feeling bad make your house messy? But guess what? It doesn't matter what the reason is. You can start today. And just do something to clean up one little area of your house. And if you've just started, go shine your sink. Start there. It's as good a place as any. Go shine your sink. I'm telling you what to do now. Go shine your sink, and that's going to help you to get up in the morning and not feel so bad. You're going to have a little hope knowing that your kitchen is getting clean a little bit at a time. Depression is a terrible thing. I've had depression. I've had it twice in my life, and I don't ever want to go there again. And as I was telling my nephew the other day, we're both dealing with his mother's passing. I said, you got to feel it, Ben. You just got to feel it. You got to feel it. You can't stuff it. You just can't stuff it. You got to write it. So I sent him a journal so that he could write things in his journal and just process, not having a mommy anymore. And it's just, you can't stuff it, but you got to get up and do something. You got to get up and get dressed. When I was depressed, I went into treatment for 10 days in a codependency treatment center in Memphis, Tennessee, called Charter, I think it was. I don't know. Anyway, I was there for 10 days, and the first thing they had me do was a makeover. So I was in a room with 2 other girls, and they were beautiful. They were beautiful women. One was a flight attendant. I think the other one may have been a teacher. And their job was to give me a makeover. So my hair was shaggy, and so they fixed my hair. They fixed my clothes, and I didn't have any makeup on, and all of a sudden I started walking a little differently. I wasn't slumped down. And it helped my self-esteem. So getting up and getting dressed to lace up shoes is more about taking care of you than anything else. It's feeling good about yourself. Only wear clothes that fit you well, that you feel like $1 million in. And it's going to change everything. It's going to change everything if you will just shine your sink and get up in the morning and get dressed to lace up shoes. Fix your hair and face so you don't scare yourself when you walk in the bathroom. And you're going to see changes in your life. Depression is hard, but you've also got to get enough water in you. And you've got to eat good food and green leafy vegetables. And if you see a sunbeam, go sit in it. Go sit in it. We need vitamin D in our lives. And if you're going to have a physical anytime soon, get your doctor to check for your vitamin D levels. Sometimes your vitamin D levels will be low, which contribute to you feeling bad. Okay. Why do we sell products on our website? Well, guess what? It takes a team of people to help me. Because I could sit around and answer your emails all day long, but then I couldn't get ready for the next day for the curriculum for everybody. I can do one-on-one, or I can do curriculum for 500,000 people. But if I have somebody helping me that I have trained to answer things the way I would answer, it's very rare that Laura has to contact me on something. She did this week. What was it? Oh, her husband, the lady wrote in and she said, my husband, I shined my sink, but the bottom still didn't look right, so he got out the turtle wax, and it must have been a white porcelain sink. And it was teal colored turtle wax, and her sink was porous. It's probably an old sink, and he put turtle wax on it. Now she had a teal bottom sink, and we're trying to figure out how to get that clean. So don't use teal wax on your sinks. Let's see. That we sell products because I have to pay people salaries. Our company just breaks even, pretty much. People have asked me, why aren't you a nonprofit? Well, we live in America. It's just where we live, and I don't need a nonprofit. I'm not asking for donations. I'm not going to do that because we live in the United States of America, and I have the ability to have a company and to sell a product and make a profit to be able to pay people and give people jobs. And I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to apologize for that. So I try to provide well for my people, and they help me a lot, and I try to treat them right, and I think that's the way all bosses should be. And anytime you buy things off of our website, if you have a question about something, that goes to Kathy. Justin helps keep the books, fills orders, takes care of all the insurance and everything. So we just have this wonderful team of people that deal with things. Is there a way to know the difference between the do-it-now principle and in getting sidetracked? Well, if something only takes you about a minute to do it. That's 1 minute. You're going to be ahead of the game. If something is going to take you all day, like scrubbing the grout in your shower, then, that's when you get sidetracked. Don't do that to yourself. Now, you can do that if everything else is done and you want to hyper focus on something, you can do that. But the rest of your routines have to be done. So the do it now principle keeps you from having to drip dry in the bathroom when nobody's changed out the toilet paper. I just bought a new toilet paper holder. I don't have a thing on the wall because I would run into it or something. But I bought this pedestal that the top comes off. It's the cutest thing ever. It's just plastic. I don't think I gave much for it. But it'll hold 5 rolls of toilet paper. And 1 on the little holder. And there you have it. Okay, so here we go. Will you explain how the zones work and how I can keep up with them? I already did that. I answered the question beforehand. I did that when we went over the calendar. The zones work start on Sunday, end on Saturday, but you get 5 missions in the middle, except when the first of the month falls in the middle of the week. Who designs our products? Well, we search for them. We search for them. Most of our products, I'll be honest with you, come from China because we can't find anybody in this country to make them. Our printed things, the calendar, the book, they're printed here in the United States. But most of the time, we have this company we work with in China. Harry from Hong Kong is who we deal with, and we like Harry, and he helps to find us products. I have an idea for something like the toilet bowl brush. I wanted to clean underneath the lid, and no toilet bowl brush would work for me unless it had this little finger on it, and we designed that. We designed this and to go with it, and we come up with different things. We came up with the mop. We came up with this because I wanted it to fit our mop heads. So we have them in the extra large and the regular size right here. Like this. So we kind of design them. We try them out. We look for things, and we have tried to find things in the United States. As manufacturing is becoming more and more and companies are opening up, we may be able to get some of our products made here. And that's what my hope is, that we can find products that are made here. And the sink plug we had with Fly Lady on top of it, people would drop things down in their sink and break it. So it was not a great product. Um, so it's all of us. It's Patty and Kathy and me and Justin. We all come up with ideas for things. How do I get motivated to get my house cleaned? Well, I don't know. If you're waiting for motivation, you might as well just give up. Don't do that to yourself. Just get up. Their male somebody uses this technique. She goes, when there's something she needs to do, she goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and blast off. Don't talk about Marie Kondo stuff here. I don't want to hear it. I don't want it mentioned here because it doesn't work for my fly babies. And if you're going to talk about it here, I'm not going to put her down, but it's too overwhelming for my fly babies. And I don't recommend my fly babies to do it, because if you want to follow her, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, but you can't follow two masters at one time. The Bible teaches us that. So just don't get caught up in the religious aspect of what she's doing, because it's don't go there. Not going there. Not going to speak ill. Nope. But my main thing is, I've seen one thing about it. She told somebody to pull everything out of their closets and look at an empty closet, and that is nothing but pure old perfectionism. And that's what, and I had somebody email us and say, I did what Marie Kondo's, whatever her name is, said, and now I've got all this stuff on my bed. I can't even sleep in my bed tonight because she was too overwhelmed by what that woman told her to do. And she doesn't think like a normal person. Because you can't pull everything out and tear your house all to kingdom come. You just can't do that, because you got a family. You've got to take care of your family. And if you pull everything out of your closet, that's an all-day project. And if you wait for a holiday to do it, you're taken away from your family. So please, please, please don't do this to yourself. I know she is all the rage right now, but don't hurt yourself. It's all about taking care of you. It's all about taking care of you. But motivation, listening to my videos every day, that can probably get you moving a little bit. Decluttering a little bit every day. Go shine your sink. That's the biggest motivation of anything, because it's cognitive therapy. It's just cognitive therapy. And we want to teach you. I'll never forget, many years ago, I got a call from Oprah Winfrey. I got a call from Oprah, one of her producers. She said they're doing a show about these people that look like $1 million when they leave their house, but their houses are so trashed that it's awful. And she wanted me to come in. The producers, I won't say Oprah did, but the producers wanted me to come in and clean the house for her. And I said, that's not what I do. That is not what I do. And let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to come in and clean the house for her. And in 6 weeks, the house is going to be back in the same shape that it was before it was cleaned. And you know what happened? Guess who was right? And I'm not bragging on that. But Oprah ended up apologizing, because there was more going on than just her messy house. She had gone through a divorce. She was depressed. She needed some help with what's going on up here. And I'm so glad I didn't do that show, because they berated her. It was so sad. It broke my heart. But what we do is we help teach you to establish simple habits, simple habits that you can string into routines. And these routines will help you to automatically clean your house without even thinking about it. And one day, I was interviewed by a reporter from the Sacramento Bee, which is a liberal town. And this woman interviewed me, and I said, you establish these habits and your house practically cleans itself. And she said, well, that's just a bold-faced lie. Well, you don't tell this Southern girl she's a liar. Oh, no. And I spouted back at her, and I explained to her that when you get up in the morning, you make your bed. You go to the bathroom, you swish and swipe the bathroom, you grab a load of laundry, take it to the wash machine, and empty your dishwasher, and bam, there you have it. Your house has cleaned itself, and you've just done your morning routine. And she said, well, I've been making my bed for 30 years. And I said, see, you already know. You already know. So, establishing these routines, stringing them, these habits, stringing them into the routines, your house is going to clean. And declutter a little every day so that you're not feeling assaulted by somebody. Because if you go in and clean everything out of your kitchen and just keep a few things, you're going to start going to yard sales and buying more crap. Yep. But when you have just what you need, you pare it down to just what you want, and you haven't been forced into doing this, it's all your own doing, you're not going to go out and try to fill that void again. One habit at a time. Now, here's the last question. And this is a doozy. This is a doozy. How do you clean an oven? Well, I clean an oven when, how do I explain this? If I'm going to cook something in my oven, let's say a pineapple upside down cake, and I know that it's going to boil over a little on the sides, I put a pan on the second rack underneath it. So I'm preemptively protecting my oven from getting a spill. But the spills still happen. Splatters still happen. The multi-wand, a lot of ovens, if you take the bottom plate off underneath the oven door, the multi-wand will get between the glass. I never knew that till the other day. And I've got to try it on my oven because I have a cobweb in my oven. I clean my oven by first not making it. That's good. Now, let me tell you another thing. If you will put some, you know how you put a cup of water in your microwave and let it steam? Guess what? You can kind of do the same thing in your oven. And you can steam up the inside a little bit. And just put some boiling water in a pan and stick it in there. Let it steam up the inside. And take a hot soapy purple rag and then wipe down the inside. This thing will grab stuff like you wouldn't believe. I actually have a video on YouTube of me cleaning my oven. And occasionally I will clean. I have an automatic clean, setting on my oven. But it gets so hot I don't like it, and it stinks up the house. And the last time we did it, we left the pizza stone in the little oven, in Robert's cookie oven, and it smoked up the house, but that pizza stone looked brand new when we were finished. So there you have it. Clean your oven preemptively. It's a preemptive strike. Before, if you know something's going to make a mess. Now, the worst thing I ever had happen in my oven was a Irish potato, a white potato, blew up. Absolutely blew up. Blew up in my oven. And that was because I didn't poke a hole in it. and the skin held the steam in, and then it went, and it was the biggest mess you've ever seen. But guess what? The hot oven, I didn't know what happened. The hot oven cooked the potato, and I took my rubber scrubber and swept it out. So we got some tools to help you clean your oven. Now, I did watch a video before I came on here, and the guy, I don't like the smell of that cleaner stuff. I just don't like it. But he did do something that I thought was quite interesting. He took a black garbage bag. He took the racks from the oven that were charred black, and he sprayed some oven cleaner in it and took it outside and sealed the bag. And then he took them to the sink in hot soapy water and scrubbed them a little more after he let them set for a while he's cleaning out the inside of the oven. And it was a beautiful job, just an absolute beautiful job that was done. And I thought, well, that's great. Now, this man, I just did a search on, I use DuckDuckGo now instead of Google. DuckDuckGo. Change your search engine to DuckDuckGo. And I did a search on that, and it comes right up quite easy. How to clean an oven. This man took his oven door apart. It slid out. It looked like a European oven. So I don't know if ours do that or not. But he took the door off, and then he took the glass out. I'm not going to do that. I'll let Robert do it, but I'm not going to do that. I could do it if I wanted to, but to me, that is perfectionism. That is perfectionism. So get the worst of it out and quit letting your perfectionism keep you from doing anything. It gets too hot. My sister had a beautiful stove, and she cleaned it, and it cooked all of her knobs on the front of her stove. Ask her about it. Sister Patty just cooked her knobs all to pieces. So I don't really like, it's too hot a heat. You can't do it in the summertime. I've done it in the wintertime, but anything gets that hot, it's kind of scary. But if you know something's going to spill over, put a pan underneath it. You can throw the pan in the dishwasher. So here we have it. I've been going for a whole hour. Can you believe it? So check out our 2 new sales, and we've got the carpet sweep is still going on. Get your calendars. We're getting low on the calendars. Getting low on the calendars. So I don't think we should put these chemicals in our air. I just don't think we should do that. It's not good for us. Not good at all. So y'all have a good day. I will see you tomorrow sometime. And I'm going to go put my roast in the oven. It's ready to go. I'll try to take a picture of it and post it later. I love you all. I'll see you later. That's not working.